Hey, so I think where we left off, we're talking about storage, which is pretty self-explanatory. I think I quickly hit on the DJ mixing, mix amp, which is nice. I have my saltwater mix tank, my return pump, so whatever. I can toggle stuff on and off very quickly with just switches. That way you don't have to wrestle with plugs and having to reach for plugs, even if they're conveniently spot. I have more electric in this room than I typically need, but that's the whole point. You're always adding stuff, right? So. Okay, so getting back to the room, a couple other things I wanted to mention. You see the exhaust fan here, and the electric. So first off, I'll kind of start off with the electric. I actually ran these again with my buddy Bob, who gave me a lot of help building this stuff. We ran two separate 20 amp circuits. On the 20 amp circuits, we have dual gang outlets, so we have 4 outlets, dedicated 20 amp circuits that run back to the box directly. So that's it. This fish room has actually 2 and really a third, which I'll talk about in a minute, but the 2 really dedicated 20 amp circuits for this entire room. So there's plenty of power in here. It's distributed pretty evenly. I probably, in hindsight, may have wanted to put a couple more outlets rather than having to use power strips and extension cords. But having said that, I wanted them high. One on each side of the room. It's been very convenient. It's been great, actually. That's how I bring the power in. So again, we built this room from scratch, as you saw in the last video. So that was it. We were able to use flexibility on getting an electric set up kind of uniquely where we wanted it, right high, so it's off the ground. So in case of any spills, it's not near any kind of a spill, and dedicated line. So I'm not sharing anything with anything in the rest of the house. So 2 separate circuits run directly there. It's pretty slick. So getting to the exhaust fan, so I got to finish it off. Obviously, some drywall that needs to be done. I have the drywall sitting on my porch. I should probably be doing that right now instead of this video. But so I found out very quickly. So this is an entirely finished basement, and excuse the mess out here. We're getting work done on the house, so it's a little bit of a mess. But this is an entirely finished basement. We spent a lot of time down here, and we found very quickly that the humidity levels rise. I mean, with all this water, it was very, very humid and sticky down here. It was starting to get moldy. You can probably even see some spots on the wall that stained. I mean, the door. I actually need to paint this door. But anyway, even on the outside, the other side of the room, the pipes would get condensation on it. It was humid, and I had a dehumidifier running, and it was humid. So, long story short, I had to bite the bullet and actually install a bathroom fan that is set to. Actually, right now it's on all the time. It can also be set in humidity sensing mode. So we just had to pop a hole in the ceiling and get my buddy Bob and Norm helped me out quite a bit with this, and just runs in the wall. There's a wall right there, pops out the other side of the wall, and so it's always on. And again, it can be set 2 different ways. We ran a complete circuit for it off of our sump. So with this switch right here, you'll notice that there's that red on light. I can turn it off, turn it back on, and it comes up blue. I don't know if you can see that it's blue. Right? I turn it off, and turn it back on, and now it's red. So blue is humidity sensing mode. When it gets to a certain relative humidity, I think it was set at 45, I don't remember, it'll automatically turn on, or red is constantly on. And I typically just run it constantly on, quite honestly. It's a whisper quiet fan. It's a Delta, looks like it's a Delta, the brand. I forget the exact model. I have it written down somewhere. I did a ton of research for a specific fan that was galvanized that can be around this type of environment, but I also wanted it extremely quiet, which is kind of ironic because the fish rooms are so loud anyway with pumps and splashing. Here's just my sump for the house, actually, right? So it works out well. If there is a water that drains, that's where water drains and pumps directly out. And then we have an outlet, and up there where we wired the fan. You can see the fan come right out to the side of the house, and on the outside of the house, obviously, I've got the animal trap, all that kind of stuff. So it's legit. I check it every now and again, make sure that it's cleaned out. So a couple of things I wanted to share. Again, we'll go through the whole tank build if you want a little bit later, another time. But that was just more about the electric being run-in dedicated and the ceiling fan. All right, comment, any questions, I'll get back to you.